today. I found some more parts, trying to gather all that up slowly. I think I might have accidentally gave away one of my O2 sensors. Try to get the whole car on jack stands. Should be enough clearance so I can get the pinion seal in. Let's do the drive shaft and all that fun stuff. We really need a drink. It's still early though. So, yep.
Here we go once again. Foreign marriage, lightning man. Don't you worry.
I have my throttle body. It's kind of dirty. Maybe I'll hose this bitch out, but I'm not sure what bolts went in there. It's not these. That sucks. It wasn't the ones that I gave. What's his face? It might have been. God damn it. This blows goats. Found a bunch more bolts. And I think 4 of these are the throttle body bolts. I think it's these. At least I hope so.
It's gonna be alright. 'Cause I'm the judge and jury, and we'll be up all night. You better check for pose.
It's a good thing I take pictures of everything. Figured out that this goes here in this bracket that I couldn't figure out what the hell it was. Then the bracket's back in. Just gonna put the computer back in, but I figured since this is filthy, maybe I'll clean it. I have some of this electronic cleaner. Cleans and protects sensitive electronic equipment. Sounds good. Check it out. This is pretty much a first for this car. Cleaning the engine bay. Crazy, right? Guess I'm changing. Should clean everything before I put the motor back in. Dumbass. Such an idiot.
You better check for pose. You better check for wipe the dirt from your face, dry your eyes, and I'll play the edge.
Let's see, all the ball bearings fell out. It's trashed. It happens a lot when you put lowering springs on a car. It'll happen during the install. It'll just kind of fall apart, and you'll lose all your ball bearings. But that's what it looks like when it's trashed. I did the pinion seal. I don't want to film that just because I was getting pissed off. But I should have a rear that doesn't leak now. It's time for the drive shaft. I'm going to give you the shaft. Going back with the stock one because we're on a budget. Reached a very important milestone. I'm gonna have to be able to put the car into neutral. So I need my shifter, my beautiful Hurst shifter. Oh man, this thing's dirty. Oh man, can't remember the last time I shifted these gears. There it is. Neutral, I think. Here's an interesting fact for anybody that rips their Coyote out of their 2011 Mustang to put in their Series 1 240Z. When you go to put it back in, you did not misplace any belts as far as the air conditioning system is concerned. It doesn't have any kind of tensioner on the pulley, so you don't need anything extra. It's like a stretchy belt. I guess it is rotation dependent, maybe? I don't know. You want to keep your belts spinning the same way when you take them off as when you put them on. But I did not take note of that, and we're just going to throw it on.
Ride along, there's a place where you belong. Shake your ass, don't you worry about the future, about the past. You will hurt the ones that love you, and they will hurt you right back. Sing along, our love is a heart attack. You better check for pulse. 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 So check for pulse. You better check for pulse.
The only radiator hose I could find missing was this upper, which goes into the top of the radiator. Can't find that anywhere, so I ordered one from Tasca that should probably be here next week, which sucks because I could probably have this thing done this weekend. Not that I have any kind of registration on it right now. The tags are expired, and I'm gonna probably need to get it tuned, and I need headlights because I messed one of those up. I don't know, it's really close. It's so close. I need a cold air intake too. And I need to go grab the line for this because I don't have the catch can, because I just sold that a couple days ago. Well, I guess it's been like 2 weeks, but I just sold that. Vacuum line's patched up, so that's good. Need to put the X pipe on. Need to bolt down the computer. It's getting so close. It's just a little stuff. Battery box, gotta mount that. It's getting so close. I can feel it.
If it's goodbye, well, don't decide. Head up high, come on, wave your flag. We're all in this without a clue. In the madness, but what can you do? Ride along, ride along.
Got myself some stuff this morning for the 11. Got a drop-in air filter. I got a battery, some water, and I found my stock air cleaner box thing, and it looks like it's covered in spider webs and maybe some mold, so I gotta clean that out. And then I got this, and I'm hoping that my friends at Flowmaster can send me one of their cold air intakes when it comes out. So this is just temporary.
There's a place where you belong. Shake your ass, don't you worry about the future, about the past. You will hurt the ones that love you, and they will hurt you right back. Sing along, our love is a heart attack. Just ride along, there's a place where you belong. Shake your ass, don't you worry about the future, about the past. You will hurt the ones who love you, and they will hurt you right back. So sing along, our love is a heart attack. You better check for pulse. You better check for pulse. You better check for pulse.
Just gonna install this since I'm here. Now it's a good time to change the oil filter. It's been getting banged up for the last year. Yeah, take a look with me, everybody. That's what I gotta cap off. That little right there in the center. Gotta cap that off. So I'll probably unscrew that and try to find a plug that fits into the side of that T. because that's where the oil feed was for the Paxton. I'll throw this under there. Yeah, this stuff, this X-pipe has been really good to me. It had a crack in it that I fixed down here. Don't mind the ugliness of the welds. They hold and it's nice and tight. I'm gonna have this from being, you know, about that low life. But that shouldn't affect power according to engine masters when they dented the shit out of some headers. Which I guess kind of makes sense. You're not really changing the overall inside diameter, you're just changing the shape of it. Don't correct me if I'm wrong, because I don't care. I might blow some compressed air through here to make sure there's no squirrels, and then I'm going to put this on. I'm too old for this shit. I'm not forever young. I'm not forever young at all. See the X-pipe? There's the new gaskets. Some new hardware from Tractor Supply Company. It's like 7/16 hardware, which is actually hard to find, and I couldn't find it in grade 8, so it's just grade 2 or whatever. It'll hold. It held for years. Alright, these are plugged in now. This is in. Want to see some scrapes? This is some scrapes. This is some scrapes. More scrapes. And yeah, big ass dent right there with this scrape here. Oh, what I hit! God damn, that was bad. Knock this up a little bit. Look at that RTR wheel. Alright, get out of here, Jackie Chan. The X-pipe's being supported with its own bolts, so that's cool. I'm gonna give it a little more snugness. Pull these out. These are the factory springs. Had those in the car just for moving it around. And I can put my H&Rs in. Because even though I'm not bagged now, I still want to be low. You know what I'm saying? Let's do a side-by-side comparison of these two springs. The reason I like the H&Rs, which I'm not even sure if they still make them, they were hard to find. The reason I like them is because it drops the rear 2.1 inches and the front 1.7, I think. So it kind of corrects the squat and the rake, you know. Well, not the squat, but the rake of the factory suspension. I like having my ass ends low, you know. As much as I wanted to leave the X-pipe open to be a loud, obnoxious asshole, it dawned on me that to get my overpipes over the axle, the axle's going to be hanging pretty loose and pretty low, which it currently is, so I got to put these on. There's one. I forgot how heavy these things were. Out and then taking the vent plug out. So if you take that out, you can fill the axle. Just need to clean that up a little bit and fill it. The breather seems really nice, so I don't think I need to replace this. It's pretty clean considering how many miles are on this car. On the Fox, it was like completely gummed up. Put this somewhere where you won't lose it, and then you can fill the diff. Beautiful H&R coil spring. I found these rubber baby buggy bumpers for the bottom, and then the witch's hat goes up top like this. That's how it went stock. This little nub kind of went to the top, but you drill that out when you do bags. UPR makes some really beautiful pieces. As you can see, this is my Panhard bar. Look how strong this thing is. It doesn't have that middle turnbuckle thing like a couple other brands have, which makes it a little bit easier to adjust when you have that turnbuckle there, but this, it never came loose on me the whole time that we were on that road trip. Actually, the whole time I had it, it never got loose on me. The Panhard bar that I had before this one came loose, I don't know, like once a month. So I have that and this Panhard bar brace, and these are both made out of chromoly. Really strong. Like I said, they don't make any noise. It's just really good stuff. Thank you, UPR. Thank you. Check it out, guys. I'm like a stripper. I'm like a stripper before I do my little dance. I'm wiping it down all the other strippers' germs. That's kind of what they're doing when they wipe down those poles. They're doing it for sanitation purposes. I don't know if that's like strippers getting salted when that happens. Like, do they think, like, hey bitch, you don't need to wipe it down, my cooch is clean? Or, I mean, how does that work? I really don't know. But I do need to readjust this because I'm not on bags now, so I don't have to center the rear when it's aired out. I can center this while it's actually at ride height, which is kind of a benefit of not having bags. But the geometry is going to change when you hit bumps anyway, so I don't know. A lot of anti-bag people would talk about the geometry changes and you can never set it up. Never set it up for road racing. Bags did pretty damn good for handling. Trust me. I was actually on a road course, and I do drive semi-aggressively occasionally on a closed course, not on public streets. It's time for oilification. Alright, that's 5W20. Today is eclipse day. I'm gonna do exhaust too. I've got a couple hours before the eclipse. Should have all my brackets. I don't know how any of this shit goes on. I don't know why this one's different than this one. Do I need this part? Does this part come off? Cap check. Oil's in it, check. Battery check. Shop puppy check. I want to start it without the fuel pump. That way it flows some oil. Just a chugga. shot.
What?
It's going to be 20 minutes of your ass.